Connected.
It's going to be more like 3,800 when you actual.
But can you go on top of the airspace?
Yeah, you can. You got to be about 1,000. It's like 1,000 AGL above it.
Hi, Tim.
Hi,
Tim.
good morning, good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Tim.
I think finding a path through it, though. I mean, you'd have to be 4,000, and in a lot of the places, 4,000. I forget what I got out of that. Anyway, it's going to be real interesting whether we go around or try to go over.
What's the penalty for going in the red zone?
Oh, good question. I got to look.
If it's only 10 points or something silly, it's
Well,
not
actually,
worth it.
looking at this, there is a way through. You can follow the green through. I take it back. Oh, God. Well, it's going to be really interesting. I can see it better now on the map. There is, you know, the green corridor. There's a green corridor you could get through on the first leg. You guys are going to like it.
The famous green corridor, which doesn't favorize colorblind people.
Yeah. Look, on the LX, you can change all the colors and how bright it is.
Hi, John.
Good morning. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
I'm back. Hi, Di. Hi, I'm John. Yes, Gregor. Tim.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Server's up, guys.
User joined your channel.
Good day.
Hi
Hi,
there.
comrade.
Hi, Conrad.
All right.
John, did I hear you say that you had a 3-speed manual?
Oh, my first car. I had a 3-speed automatic.
Okay.
Yeah, my car is a 5-speed manual.
I was just wondering what the hell it could be.
A Ford A, probably.
It was a 1984 Mustang was my first car.
Very nice too.
No, it was incredibly terrible. I think it was $700. I bought it for $700 from my uncle's salvage yard.
I had a 72 Pinto.
Ah, school class.
Oh, no.
Come on.
We don't have the LX for the, oh man.
Why is he set these stupid? He should, out of all people, DGT should know better.
Weak thermals.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
It kind of forces the corridor.
No, you can't. That core won't work.
Why is that?
There's not enough weather. Look at that. Well, the thermals are weak, so I suppose technically they will work.
2950 AGL on the cloud base. I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a jerk. I'm really sick of this stupid shit. I'm sorry, I'm not going to mince words. This is ridiculous. These tasks are just the worst of the worst. It's actually it's less realistic than any of the ridiculous condition tasks, because then you just go, whatever, it's a game. But why have the airspaces, real life airspaces on a task where you would never, ever, ever do that?
So guys, how do you read this red zone? If it says from ground to 3,300, let's say, feet, This is feet of AGL or this?
Oh, that's right. That's
it's
not
AGL.
AGL. Oh, is it? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It's 1,000 meters basically.
Wait, it says GND dash 3281 feet GND. That means the altitude is above the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
My problem is if you don't have a side view, you can't be doing that. I don't know how people even attempt to do it without a side view. AGL type airspaces like that.
I don't like
Fly around.
I don't like the look of that corridor.
The green one?
No.
You can always go around. I mean, and just think of it as there's a turn point out there on both, first and last leg. So what? I mean, that's an option. It may be a smart option. This forces you to consider it. It makes it interesting.
Even if you make it through the corridor on the first bit, you're still going to have to go well south for the second bit.
Or north. You can get out on the north side too. I would probably want to go north. I think
there's no corridor there.
There's no corridor, yes.
I see a corridor all the way going north.
Yeah, it goes
you don't
north,
want to
but
get
at some
so
point
far.
you're going to have to turn west again.
Right, and it breaks out right there, a third of the way along the blue line there. It breaks out into the.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let's have a fun. Let's try to fly through the corridors.
Or just go around. I mean, it may make sense.
Tim, ved du, hvorfor der er en anden Condor-version i aften?
Er der en anden, eller hvad siger du?
Ja, den skriver til mig, our Condor version 3.0.5.0 is different to servers 3.0.6.0.
Jamen, så skal du nok ind og hente den seneste update. Det tager ikke lang tid, Jesper.
There was an update?
User disconnected from your channel.
It
Yes,
was a long time ago.
Yes. No.
Okay.
There was an update today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they'll do it tomorrow on this server.
User entered your
Oh,
channel.
yes,
Oh, that's the problem. So
Why is that?
Jesper can't join then?
Good afternoon.
Hej Morten.
Hej Morten.
Opdaterer du, Jesper? Har du opdateret i dag?
Nej, det har jeg ikke.
Nå.
Tchin Tchin always waits one day on the update. And they'll tell you on their website that they've done it.
Is there a new version we should upload now?
No, not.
But Jesper hasn't updated his Condor for a while, I guess.
Ah, okay. But there is one here, the 11th of June.
Yeah, I don't think you should update now because you can't join.
Okay, I won't do that then.
I got a sneaky suspicion I'm going to end up with a lot of penalty points today.
No, it's probably whoever will do best will be the person who just flies fastest, ignoring the penalty points,
Joined your channel.
which is completely eliminates the point in even putting them there.
To me, it's all just a big puzzle. You take the penalty points, you go around, you climb
Yes,
out
but that's
really
not
high.
a real,
and
that's
over.
a completely ridiculous and absurd thing to do for a task.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I have a different opinion.
In
than you
real
do,
life,
John.
they'll just give you penalty points for violating airspaces,
The canonical "this isn't real life" debate rages
Well-
on.
Well, I mean, if they're airspaces, not penalty zones. It's like,
Is it the penalty zones in the middle of the Rhein you're talking about? In the middle of the task?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very, very real.
No. More. I'm not saying they're not unrealistic. I'm saying it's unrealistic to make a task to fly through penalty zone airspaces. That's what I'm saying. Not that the airspaces are unrealistic.
Go around it.
Or they could just put the first turn point somewhere else.
Well, think of it as a turn point to the south for you.
Just need to get a little bit south, but believe me, they are. If they and there are more of these areas, more of these zones in the Alps right now, and if they discover you have been in them, they can give you a penalty up to 2,000 or 3,000 euro.
I know, that's why I'm not complaining about the airspaces being realistic. I'm just saying a task that basically people are going to fly through the airspaces and just ignore the 50 penalty points, and then those will be the people who will win. And anybody else who tries to go around it and not get them will be so far behind. The 50 penalty points won't even matter.
Is it only 50 penalty points?
Yeah.
Okay. Be careful with AGL though, because you might end up going in and out of it.
Right, yeah, I'm trying to plot my route so that I go into it exactly one time, through it, and out.
Well, if you only had to pay 2,000 euros, it would be a pay to win.
Tim, det der med at opdate Condor, skal det gøres i den, der hedder Condor Updater, fordi der kan jeg ikke finde den.
Ja, eller så skal du gå ind på hjemmesiden, men problemet det er, Jesper, at der lige er kommet en ny. Så hvis du opdaterer nu, så kan du heller ikke join.
Nej, men er det ikke fordi, jeg er for sent på den?
Der er lige kommet der er åbenbart kommet en ny i dag, eller i går, som Tchin Tchin ikke har opdateret til. Så du har lige versionen før den, vi flyver nu her, og den næste version, den bliver først gangbar fra i morgen.
Jeg kan altså ikke forstå, for jeg har jo ikke gjort noget som helst.
Men hvilken version har du?
Jeg har jo den version, som hedder 3.0.5.0, tror jeg. Og der står, at den er different til serverens 3.0.6.0.
Ja.
Jamen det er det der problemet. Du har 3.0.5, serveren den kører 3.0.6, så du kan ikke opgradere til 3.0.6, du kan kun opdatere til 3.0.7. Og i morgen der er serveren 3.0.7, så i morgen er der ikke noget problem.
Okay.
Så du har lige sprunget en mellemrunde over, kan man sige.
Ja, det kan jeg bare ikke forstå, for da jeg satte mig ind og ville logge ind, så der har jeg jo ikke gjort noget som helst siden sidst jeg var logget ind.
Ej, hvornår var du sidst logget ind?
Ja, sidst jeg var ude at flyve her, det var ikke en uge, 14 dage siden.
Jamen, fløj du på serveren dengang?
Logger du ind på en server der?
Ja.
Men jeg kan ikke huske, hvor længe det er siden. Hvis det er 14 dage siden, du sidst har været ude at flyve og har opdateret den, så kan det godt være at komme en opdatering, som de så hurtigt har lavet en ny opdatering til.
Det er 14 dage siden, jeg var ude at flyve, og jeg har ikke opdateret den.
Men spørgsmålet er, om der er inden for de sidste 14 dage, om det er der opdateringen er kommet, det kan jeg altså ikke huske.
Det kan godt være, men så burde I jo ikke kunne flyve.
Jo, for vi er opdateret. Men ikke i dag.
Okay.
Jeg er ret sikker på, at vi har den version, der hedder 06. Ellers så burde vi jo ikke kunne flyve.
It's really interesting listening to you guys talk Danish. It's really a different language.
Well, it's a language, but somebody call it disease in the throat.
I don't get to hear that very often. It's very interesting.
Well, you will probably find some degrees of German in it. One of the things with the Danish language is that we have 3 extra vocals.
3 extra what?
Vocals.
Yeah, vocals. Yeah.
Vowels.
Yeah, vowels. Exactly. And I think Richard knows them. Yes. Hi, Mike.
Yeah, I can understand normally about 50 to 60% when you're talking. If it was written down, I would understand it, but it's the dialect that.
Yeah, but written Norwegian and Danish are very similar.
Yeah.
So good luck to all from Mike, avoiding the penalty zones.
Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Guys, I need your help. How to operate Blanik flaps, or do I not use flaps at all?
You can flap 5 or 10 at the thermals.
With what plane?
The Blanik.
Blanik?
Yeah, the flaps are fine for thermals. If you're flying slow in a thermal, the flaps work.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it a Polish glider?
No, Blanik. I know. I don't think so. Puchacz is a Polish.
Yeah, that's true.
Good afternoon, boys.
Hi, Selko.
Hi, Zirko.
How's it go?
I haven't been around, but you shouldn't have gone to trouble to do school class today.
Yeah, it's a pretty quirky task today.
I'm sure it's.
Hello, my friends. Nico here.
Hey, Nico.
Nico.
Hi, Nico.
I think it's not going to be easy today.
Richard, there is a thermal right where I'm at.
I do. Where are you?
I got smoke on right now.
I already went to school today, so why do I have to attend this class?
Yeah. Is it a new school?
Yeah, it's. I worked half a year there as a substitute.
Yeah.
But now I got hired for. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Math and science still?
Yeah, math and science, and it's only 70% work time, so I can manage my drone business as well. That's very nice.
Are you making money on that?
Yeah, I can pay my rent, but I need a little more.
That's cool. But if it's paying for itself at least.
Yeah, it is.
My hat's off to anybody that's got a business and can make it go.
Yeah, it's not so easy, especially this part of Denmark. Maybe if I lived in Copenhagen, it would be easier.
Of course, there'd be more competition there too, then probably.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a dog, don't you?
I used to have.
Okay.
Some years ago, yeah.
Nu hvor jeg kan se hvilken... nu kan jeg se det. Jeg har Condor-version 3.05, men jeg har lige opdateret den.
Og det vil sige, at så kan du flyve med på Tchin Tchin i morgen. Der flyver de nok 307.
Jamen, jeg har lige opdateret den, og den er stadigvæk 3.05.
Og det var mærkeligt. Gik du ind på hjemmesiden?
Ja, jeg gik på hjemmesiden og downloadede den.
Og installerede den?
Yes.
Det forstår jeg ikke.
User disconnected from your channel.
I don't know why they didn't fit bug wipers to the K13.
Oh crap, are there bugs today?
Yep.
Oh.
Fun.
Only the plastic gliders are going to have bug wipers.
Didn't know that.
I'm already flying the 126. It'll be fun after an hour.
Oh man. I didn't catch the bug thing. Well, that means us people without wipers should think about going.
I'm just going to think of them as turbulator strips, and maybe they'll help their performance.
Imagine if you applied some honey to the leading edge.
I don't know. I think those bugs being on I think I would blame them for that. That's one thing I would blame them for.
Yeah, I agree. That's a fair criticism. Because that is something that people genuinely, legitimately have no strategic choice about.
Well, I don't see that it adds any interesting strategic questions to the task or anything, so.
I agree.
Except being possibly smart enough to notice that and taking a plastic glider. Was it 170?
Yeah.
Thanks, my friends.
Can't tell what's a new thermal there near the start sector or not.
Am I seeing two zones, one over the entire area that's an above ground, and then another thin strip through the middle?
Yes, the green area is a area that you can that helicopters will fly over, like stuff like that. It's not made for gliders because DG's insane. He thought that would be a good idea to make this a task like that.
But that's one that you have to go over rather than under?
No. The green is permissive. The green allows you to fly it.
I'm colorblind. Which one's the green one? The thin strip?
The corridor.
Okay.
So that'd be extra fun if you got to the green, the vague, barely visible green one with the red. Yeah, but yeah, the corridor in the middle allows you to fly in it.
Okay, I switched the base map to the grayscale one, so I can actually see the color zones. I just can't distinguish red from green. I'm just worried, like, am I going to get hit twice if I try to fly through?
Yeah, no, it won't. Although the bottom actually is higher than the ground in a couple spots. The base of that zone is, I think, 28. So if you get in that zone and you fly below it, you actually go back into the other zone if you're really low.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for some reason that's not that corridor.
There's any clouds out there?
Oh, that cloud that I was wondering about if it was a new one or not. Well, the answer was no, it was not a new one because it just broke up. There's little wisps of it left. Well, crap. I was going to go start and try to use that, but that's not going to work. Maybe the airspace won't be a problem because nobody will be able to start. Or, no. We'll be able to start, we won't be able to make it anywhere because the wind direction and the ridge is going to basically be nothing working.
You know how they have the diamonds on the regular Vario? Is there anything like that in a Blahnik?
Blahnik does have very good.
But if you set McCree's speed and hit the right control, the speed to fly Vario thing will basically be the equivalent of those arrows. Yeah. You should fly a modern glider then, like the K6. Good luck to him. There is actually a new cloud just starting, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it.
I'm just really happy that they fixed the bug with the 126 where changing the trim used to lock you out of all controls for a couple of seconds. It's actually flyable now.
Yeah, they changed that for for everything. Yeah, they made it so that...
Yeah. I mean, just for the 126, it was unflyable.
What they did is they made an option. They made an option that actually allows you to switch that on or off. By the way, so if you want your controls to be uncontrollable, it's.
Yes, I thought it was interesting that they even made it a choice. All right.
Yeah, it's like I remember on the stimming a few times I adjusted the throttle, and then was horrified that the pilot takes his hand off the stick to move the throttle. It's like, no, what are you doing?
Good luck, John.
Yep, good luck, everyone.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Don't forget, points make prizes.
First one that gets into airspace is buying drinks.
There is no lift on the ridge on the left side of the start, so don't try here.
No, it doesn't really work.
It looks like everybody's going there.
Well, yeah, because the only place to go. It's not going to be left on the lee side.
Yeah.
The sun and the wind is on this side, but there's not going to be much wind because there's a big ridge upwind, and there's a ridge upwind of that one too.
Now, if you can figure out how to get a good start, it's really going to help you today. Starting out an extra 100 meters higher is a big deal.
Richard is doing quite. This is what I want to try.
There's a lift here. I'm climbing at like almost half a meter per second.
Yeah, I gained 15 meters.
Blanning's flying like a tank. For the first time I'm flying Blanning.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I think maybe it's a Czech glider.
Yes, it is Czech.
Wow, some people are so much higher. CRA is looking pretty good. While Romeo Uniform 1 is trying the other side of the valley, I have to keep an eye on him. This is going to go nowhere. I just don't see this right now.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying the other side of the valley too, because I'm thinking about going all the way to the south of the airspace. That might make it easier.
There's nothing here.
Mark, you look really high.
Yeah, well, I want to get a VNE start. I'm in a 126. I think I'm going to lose about 400 or 500 meters just getting up to speed.
I'm debating a restart myself.
Yeah. Where's the airfield? Oh, there it is.
If a psychologist wanted to test your patience, this would be appropriate.
I think I will fail.
Gotta fire that psychologist.
Nice, 170 is VNE basically in the 126. Glide ratio of 4.3.
It's like an anniversary for me. I just gained 100 meters.
I think I read somewhere that the glide ratio of the space shuttle was 4. I'm doing about that right now.
Deep diving?
Yes, but the space shuttle flies 320 knots.
True, and its VNE is quite a bit higher.
And enters the atmosphere 100 kilometers above ground.
Yeah, I guess its glide ratio gets better the higher it goes.
At least it's flutter resistant.
Yeah, that's true. It's polar at 23,000 kph is infinite.
This makes me want to go check
John.
This just makes me want to check the other server and see if anyone even finished.
Check if they properly started.
They're probably still racing. Oh, this isn't good. Push round to this other valley, and everybody that's gone there is low.
Yeah, the other valley is not working at all.
The first one didn't work.
Yeah, you actually climbed pretty good there, Tim.
Yeah, the second one isn't working either.
I flew all the way to the end, didn't get anything. Where'd you get lift from, Tim? Was it?
Yeah, more or less in the beginning. I'm just flying figure 8s here, hoping to connect to the cloud soon.
Yeah, the lift actually is bare here. Maybe I think since it sticks out a little bit, maybe it's getting a little bit more wind.
I'm approaching 2,500.
Yeah, I'm at 2240. I flew all the way up the valley and then came back, and then you were way higher. Actually, so.
Yeah, but it's impossible to get an escape 13 up here. The minimum sink is too high.
Yeah, and you can't really do a good start with it and get here.
Yeah, he wanted the maximum performance plane today with bug wipers.
Well, we're going to be flying so slow, the bugs won't make much difference.
The fastest way to get up. The fastest way to get up must be to land and have a restart. Is that possible?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll clean your bugs off, though, but it will kick you back in the air.
Boy, somebody's really high over there. I can't see the number.
Tim?
Oh, Tim. Wow.
Who else?
Tim is definitely king of the hill.
Did you catch that thermal there yet, Tim?
Yeah, now I connected finally.
How high were you when you picked that?
26.
Oh, yeah, I got 300 meters more to go then.
It's a drag.
Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, maybe there's. I picked up almost a meter right there. And then nothing.
All right, boys. I've been schooled enough. See you next time.
See you.
Have a nice evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, a restart didn't clean the wings.
Yeah, and then it won't read.
Did you find any lift over there, Mark?
I mean, the ridge is giving a little bit of lift, but I think it's all just the ridge lift that'll keep me afloat. I haven't connected with the thermal.
So you're just neutral. You're not going up.
I'm going up very slightly, but I don't think it's going to last forever. I think it's just keeping me above the ridge. There are clouds above me, though, so I want to see if I can connect with them at some point.
Wow, Tim is going up and up. Nice.
I can't get above 23. If I turn away from the ridge, I get lift on the ridge. As soon as I turn around away from the ridge, there's a ton of sink that pushes me down. I lose any height I gain from turning.
This has been about a 1.8 average, Nico.
I think there might be something on this spot, or it's like the ridge lift is really good here or something.
A new cloud is developing in the first valley here. So when it reaches the ridge, you might get lucky. I don't know.
Well, they don't. These clouds don't move. The thermals don't move, so it's okay.
These bugs are like a ticking time bomb.
Well, I'm not looking at the tab menu today, which is good. The problem is that now I keep looking at the bug accumulation.
And I'll spare you for a 30-second readout of my climb rate. Oh, it's a naughty task.
Doesn't look real promising over there, Mark.
You don't say.
Well, I've gone so far south, I'm not even sure I'm in the same country anymore.
But you found lift down there? It just looks all blue.
Not a thing. Tried the first ridge, got nothing. Tried the second ridge, got nothing. I thought, oh, sod it, I'll just push on. But I've got some nice places to land out.
If you do find anything, you'll be clear of the penalty zone if you get far enough south.
Oh, well clear of the penalty zone. I'm not alone out here. There's just 3 or 4 others.
Yep, I see. You're actually in the direction that I was planning to head eventually, just hopefully higher.
Tested flutter. I think that was frustration.
I'm tempted to say CG because getting to flutter in a club class is, you gotta really have the nose down.
Yeah, I think he kind of messed up on this one.
I connected with something here. Nice.
Oh, Bruce, so you're doing what I was thinking to do right now? Or you going to that reach? Or you coming back?
I'm going back.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking, just to go back, take this thermal, and then get to the cloud base and continue from here.
Absolutely terrible start. Oh, whatever. It's the only place I found lift that was worth much. I mean, I think it was over 2.
I got
1.9.
I got 3 meters
2.1.
a second here.
Wow.
Where?
Far south of the turn point.
He's on
Back
the east
like
side
the
of the
first
valley.
valley.
He's on the east
Okay.
side of the valley.
I see you. That's also not a bad idea to going there.
If they have someone that found a 3, that makes it look better.
I don't know if it's going to hold 3, although once it gets above the spine that I'm on, but for now I'm going up, so I'm staying here as long as this keeps working.
Whoa, where'd Nico go? Thought he was coming over here.
Now, yes, I restart and I'm doing the same. Bruce is doing a restart and go back to this thermal.
That's the only one which actually works. It worked for me.
Like, remember, you still have to start, or have you guys already started?
This up is just wonderful. So did you take the penalty, Tim?
No, not yet.
Congrats, Robert. Oh, he's not in jail.
I tried to see if I could get up and enter the corridor, but now I decided to go all the way south.
I think that's a good move to go south today, but you need altitude to do it because it's so blue.
We got another thermal here. A new cloud start over here, I think. But they're still so high that the base of them, I don't know where they're coming from because neither me or Sierra has caught one yet. Wait, maybe on this ridge?
Well, this is kind of fun the way you can just throw the glider around. It's almost like a hang glider.
Well, the K6, I think the K6 is one of my favorite gliders to fly. The rudder and everything all work. It really flies really nice. Just has a ridiculously, the handicap on it is way too high.
The Planet's out climbing you, Richard.
Sure is.
And it's going to fall out faster, too.
This thing doesn't have back like this.
I'm at 6 kph average. I could have walked the task faster.
I'm up to 2.4 average on this thing.
Sierra caught a thermal, but I was right below the ridge to him, and there was sink. It's like that's another thing. It's like the sink from the thermals extends down below where the thermal actually is. So if you're under the thermal, you're getting sinking air instead of lifting air, which is extra wrong.
This isn't so strong. But the other place out front of the ridge was dying too a little bit.
I think it would be better towards the top of the ridge.
Yeah, I don't think this is so good in here.
Oh, a thermal.
Dive shock.
Okay.
Maybe if I can find it. Half a turn of it, and that was it.
Here it's good.
Yeah, this is it. Morton was over here. He knew what he was doing. It's over for Netto.
I think this thermal literally just died. The second I found it, it died.
Well, this too is predictable.
I'd be careful of the start zone on the way back. I don't remember whether it was a no start or a penalty.
Oh, there it is.
I'd be very careful about crossing that zone.
Oh, sir. Okay, that's a good point. I've already got a penalty. One more.
Well, Rich is still going. He's quietly just scooting along. I mean, amazing.
This thermal is insanely narrow.
Luckily, you're in a KA6, so you can turn insanely fast.
Yes, but it's insanely narrow for a K6.
That is an aerothermal.
I wonder why CRA was climbing so slowly. And yeah, I'm only climbing at 1.8.
I've been climbing at less than that for a while, but I mean, you're climbing.
One good thing about flying the Blahnik without the bug wipers on a test like this is the wings are so far back there you can't see the bugs, so you don't get, all upset.
We should make a repaint option where the leading edge is just all black, and then you don't care.
I like the speckled effect.
I think I need to land. I cannot dodge any more trees.
I'm going to be landing very soon.
Yeah, I see you.
There's some wires running across you. I'm not sure I'm even going to get over them. I might have to dip under them. a little bit of a valley ahead. I'm hoping I can get to that to land. Or a miraculous 5-meter blue thermal.
Yeah, I was hoping for the thermal as well, but now I landed between the buildings.
Yeah, the train's coming up again the other side of that valley, so that's pretty much where I'm going to end up.
Yeah, a third of the field is already gone. This is the brutal task.
If you didn't catch a thermal at the beginning, you were screwed.
Well, or zigzag forever on that one ridge. Tim did it on that ridge.
Yeah, I just wasn't climbing though.
I really wasn't getting anything hardly.
Yeah,
He had a good start.
But after the first thermal, I didn't even get to the cloud base, but I tried to enter the corridor and saw it was impossible, so I needed to backtrack.
I can see you up there, Tim. I'm on your left about 5k, but you'll have to look down.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
Okay, made it to cloud base. That was a grind. Wow.
I'm at cloud base 2. 4K, 4,000.
Yep, I see you over there, Bruce. I'm off your. I'm way on the other
see
side.
You. Well, I see you. You can't miss you up there. So now here's the question: what am I going to do?
Yeah, if you want to avoid the airspace, you got to come all the way over towards where I am.
I'm going to avoid the airspace, but I'm looking for a cloud, a string of clouds here. Are they on your side of the valley?
Yeah, well, I have to cross the valley here. There's a string of clouds ahead of me, but long glide to get to them. And I think the closest clouds might be in the penalty zone. I can't quite tell yet.
Now, without a side view, I'm doing that thing.
Yeah, there's some clouds I want, but I don't know if I can do them and avoid the airspace. Okay, autopilot and enjoy the scenery for a couple minutes here.
Our cloud has died, but the thermal's still working.
If you can finish this, Mark, with that handicap, you've got it. Almost no matter how much time you take.
If you finish, you win.
I don't know. I kind of think Tim is going to be so far ahead that he'd take it.
No, I'm only at 2,700.
This is amazing. Nobody has really started the task even. Like we're so. I mean, the leader is only 13K in. Wow.
Rich is almost as fast as I am with an ASK 13.
Yeah, about 2,000 meters lower than you, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a cloud there, but chances of me getting to it are slim to none.
Yeah.
A new cloud here, which is outside the airspace. I can't find it. pretty good.
I just don't know what kind of range I have with this thing. I see those clouds out there. I don't know if I can make it to them.
And there's no any chevrons to tell you how fast you should fly. Eyeballing.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm flying this much more the way that I imagine I would fly in a hang glider than in a enclosed glider. Like, I'm looking at my glide ratio screen, the E and the required E, a lot more than I'm looking at anything else.
I wish I had you marking the thermal over here, Mark.
3.5 average now on this one.
Marking the thermal. That's what I want.
Well,
also, the top of that airspace is only 1,000 meters, so I mean, I'm already 1,000 meters above this ridge right here. If you get high enough in cloud base, and you're slow, you might just be able to fly over the penalty zone.
Yeah, but if you miss one cloud, you're done.
Yeah, but like you said, taking 50 one time might make sense. This is a survival day, not really a racing day.
Nope.
Well, I'm 52 meters above the ground at the moment.
So you're racing?
Yeah.
To the
I slowed up a little bit, Jim. I'm not going to make that cloud. Looks like it's dying anyway. No, there's a nice big field here. I'm going to take it.
I can't believe that's the first time I've seen an airspace entrance. I would have expected to see a lot of them by now.
There was one earlier. Someone else. Someone else got one right off the beginning.
You almost need to ride CG, but that would be a little bit rude.
Oh, yeah, Zunko got one, so it was. Sorry, yes, Zunko had airspace right before he left.
Oh, it hasn't come up that I've landed.
Yeah, I'm sure we've reported that multiple times, but yeah, I haven't seen any mention of it in the forum about them fixing it. But yeah, it's like it randomly doesn't report landings or stuff like that.
Well, I'm sorry, fellas. That's the best I could do today.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
It's a silly task. I mean, well, we're 40 minutes into the task, and I was so far at the fastest of a 25 kph.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
That says a lot.
Yeah, and I went so far south, it was ridiculous.
That's weird. I'm blown out of the thermal. That's... I haven't had that happen in Condor3.
Well, yeah, but look at you up there.
I know, but I'm saying the wind... I was climbing in this cloud. It's like the thermal and the cloud aren't lined up.
Yeah, I've seen that before, where I've had the thermal outside the cloud.
Oh, no, there was two thermals. This cloud is not in the thermal that I was climbing in. There was another thermal, basically. That's weird. Ooh, no, that's weird. No, the wind is blowing through the... Yeah, it's just... it's acting a little bit weird, but that's... I'm at 40, almost 44.
In thermals or in waves?
Thermals. Yeah, I don't think there's much of a wave out here.
I'm just looking at these times. Tim's way ahead at 30 kilometers an hour.
At least now it's above my running speed.
It's only taking you 3/4 of an hour to do 22 kilometers. This rate, yeah, I think it'll be dark by the finish.
I can't even beat the marathon record.
Oh, fortunately, XC does actually show those, though. It doesn't show them until you get close enough to warn you about them, but those little corridors do actually show up in XC.
Yeah, but I thought for XC, I thought it doesn't follow the terrain on the AGL penalties.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't know. Yes, well, it does. It shows the terrain underneath where you're at. So it's not, yes, it's not optimal.
Right, so in side view, it's kind of, deceptive if you're going into a mountain.
But it does show you the actual horizontal spacing once you're in it. So right now I'm in one of those corridors. So it does show the segment I'm in.
Are you going to try to go over it, John?
Yeah, I'm following this corridor around, yeah, because I'm high enough and there's a cloud in front of me I'm going to stop in, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I think technically I'm high enough right now to, I could probably, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm at 1,070 AGL.
Yeah, I see where you're at. I mean, kudos for trying to make the corridor. That's a nice move.
Well, I was already high enough because I climbed the cloud base. So I was like, well, we might as well. Thermal here will work. We gotta get the next one around the corner.
Yeah, I'll jump out for today. Wish you all a nice flight and a nice day, and see you tomorrow.
Cheers.
See you later. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Same to you.
Thanks.
User disconnected from your channel.
And that officially means half the field is gone.
Finish, you know, you got a top 10 finish.
Well, I might as well get out of as well, guys, since I've landed. Good luck, everyone.
See you.
Cheers. Thank you, Rich.
Bye.
See you. Have a nice evening.
Thanks, Tim. Yep. Take care, fellas. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you too. Have a nice evening.
User disconnected from your channel.
So, Conrad, are you able to find something there?
Me?
Yes.
No, not yet. I lost 600 meters just to cross the valley. Okay, I have something here.
Okay, thank you.
2.5 average so far.
I will try to hurry up, but it's difficult.
Mark, I've been watching now for 5-10 minutes. You look like you're in the same spot.
Nope, I just departed. I just left. I got up to Cloud Base.
I left Cloud Base at about almost 42 over here.
There was a cluster of clouds. If you could see where I was, that whole corner of the mountain worked pretty well. I think there were 3 clouds in that sector. I didn't pick the best one, but I didn't realize that until after I left.
If soaring is like a chess in the sky, this is chess by mail, and I don't mean email.
Postal, yeah.
My bug wipers don't seem to be working.
Yeah, I keep hitting them. And then I also panic and think, oh no, what if I'm going too fast? And then I realize that even if they were there, there's no chance in hell of being too fast.
I think all those clouds are dissipating, Mark. I think all of them. Maybe one's left.
Oh, are they?
And it's really thin.
Maybe they'll reform by the time you get there. Oh yeah, looking back at them, they're gone. Huh.
Yep.
I'm chasing the next set, and I have been for a while, so I hope they last. There's a line of them off to my right, but I think they're in the penalty zone.
Yep. I can't get to what I'm looking at. There's a cloud forming in that area. There's a new one already. Yep. Life is reborn. Maybe it'll work. Well, if I'm not thinking about racing, if I'm only thinking about figuring out this puzzle, I'm actually not minding this.
Yeah, this is one you just have to lower your expectations.
Yep.
I mean, in real life, if I were flying here, I would not be trying to go as fast as I could. I'd just be enjoying the hell out of the fact that I'm flying in the Krens.
Yep.
Well, the nice is, if I can actually get the next cloud that I want, after that I can just fly straight to the turn point.
That's nice. I'm 1,000 DDH on the turn point negative.
Oh yeah, I'm still negative DDH, but like, I'll be able to just fly in a straight line without having to worry about airspace on it, because I've deviated so far.
Thank you, Connor.
Okay, I think I just...
Well, a cloud stiffed me, man, and I went through a lot of things to get to it. That's really a bummer.
How does this airspace go up to?
It's 1,000 meters above the ground.
That's where it ends.
Yes. So basically, the restricted space you can fly in that corridor, you're fine in the corridor, but the other airspace is 1,000 AGL.
Okay.
Another thing is it's getting later in the day too. The thermal's probably going to start getting weaker at some point.
Oh yeah?
You still have another hour of climbing, though.
It's almost 3 o'clock.
A new cloud just formed above me.
Can you imagine this with lower cloud base?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, if they just were stronger thermals.
And they were closer.
Yeah.
Well, I should have gone for your cloud, Mark.
I don't know. It took me a really long time to find it. I wasted 2 or 3 minutes searching underneath this whole series here. And I think these might be dying now also.
I flew into the lead. I chased this cloud into the lead, and it just ate my lunch.
Well, come over to where I'm at, and if you don't find anything, keep flying, because there's one that just started ahead of me on course. You'll find something along that line. I kind of anticipate the one that I'm in dying soon, and I'll have to move on to the next one.
I'm down to 2,500, damn it. That just ate my lunch flying through that sink.
Yeah. Stay patient though. There's climbs to be found around here.
Yeah, I got a little something here. Gonna have to recover a little.
Yeah, at least one of the ones around me is dying.
I got 1.5 average for the whole thing.
That's okay. Stick with it.
1.6. I should have kept going up the valley, not flown in the sink. I'm learning to trade off a little bit. I think the sink's a killer today for me. It's so hard to get the altitude, and then you fly through sink.
Yeah.
I will definitely get a penalty.
Yep, Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
That's Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
Thank you.
Interesting.
That
Well
was,
done, Tim.
That was the easy part.
What turn point was that?
First.
Oh, wow.
My flight computer is doing something really weird. The DDH to finish is essentially the same as the one to turn point 3.
It's because the turn point 3 has a height is a minimum height of 1200.
Oh, and 3 is right near the finish. Never mind. That's why I'm saying. Never mind. I thought it was just a strict triangle for a second, where it would.
And in the corridor, I think it's only 300 meters above ground, correct?
No, that corridor has no airspace restriction. It's from 2,800 meters up to, I don't know how high it was, but you're safe as long as you're above 2,800 meters in the corridor.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the corridor was just safe, period.
Yeah, it has a minimum of 28, which is kind of weird too. But
oh man, I should have caught that.
That at least it's made out of multiple segments. They might not all have the same height restriction. I don't know, but the one I checked at the beginning of it was 28. But I mean, the mountain's like at 27, so you get to be like right above the. I mean, you're basically like the top of the mountain for it.
There is a nice thermal here, Mark.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And you're still clear of the penalty zone.
Yes.
Excellent. That was the part I wasn't sure about. Cool. I'll transition over once I get high enough.
That cloud you were in, Mark's gone.
Yeah, I thought it was dying. Well, if you can get to where I'm at now, I'm in a fairly new one, so it'll hang around for a while. Or even better if you can get to where Nico is.
I'm 13 behind you. I'm not flying very fast.
Oh, that's it.
Oh man, so much sink behind this cloud here. 2 meters per second sink. What goes down didn't come up, probably. There's lift now.
Bummer, you just nicked it.
Yeah, but the corridors actually, it is working as such. It can be 300 meters, but I was not able to navigate in it. Screwed up. Okay, guys, have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tak, Morten.
See you. Bye-bye.
God aften.
Tak lige måde, Sil.
Jon, hører du til
User
undervisning?
disconnected from your channel.
Hej, Bo.
Hej, jeg tænker om Jon er dansker, ved du det?
Nej, John er fra USA.
Okay, jeg mangler en til undervisningen, men jeg løber igen.
Ja, det er godt, Bo. Hyg dig.
Ja, tak. Hej.
Hej.
User left your channel.
It's a pretty strong one, actually, here. 3.5.
Man, I haven't seen any of that. Just getting sick.
But yeah, you gotta look for it. Yeah, it's, although I'm in a K6 too, so it probably climbs a little better.
Oh yeah, this is the best one of the day. Thanks, Nico.
You're welcome.
I was scared to come over here because it's right on the edge of the airspace.
Getting below the ridge tops, man. Getting into the danger zone.
I see that, but I think you can crawl along if you can get over here.
I'm having to push forward to dive to avoid getting stuck in the clouds.
Good problem to have.
There's nothing but there's like half a meter per second of sink on top of this ridge. Almost a meter per second sometimes.
Oops.
Oh man, this is terrible. I don't know, I don't know if this could be the drag from the bugs, but man, I'm in constant sink up here. I would assume there would have been maybe some lift from the wave or something on top of this ridge, but no, I'm almost a meter per second of sink. My final glide bar actually sort of finally actually started moving. Congrats, Mark.
Congrats.
I wasn't sure if I'd nick it or not.
Well, it was less.
Darn
less
it, that's going to ruin my race.
Less than a tenth of a point.
Actually, I kind of thought I was going to get out of that. I'm surprised. The Wispies got me a lot faster than expected.
I saw Nico over there. I was like going, he's going to beat us at turn point 2. I'm like, no way, he has to go to turn point 1 first.
Yeah, and I'm right behind him on the same path.
Congrats, Richard.
But I mean, you don't need nothing to do about what you're flying, but your microphone, Richard, is just very, very hard to hear.
You hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Yep. I think the past couple of days you've probably been selecting the wrong microphone or something.
Yeah, that's what happened originally, but this, I think it's very directional, this microphone, and if I don't speak directly at it, then clearly it doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, you started off really good, and then as you were talking, it faded away.
Yeah, that's me sort of looking in a different direction or something.
Wow. Oh, is it like a microphone on your desk?
It's on the top of my screen.
Yeah, those could be. There might be like a setting. Some of those things have settings that make them more or less directional.
Okay, I'll check that out.
I think the way they work is they actually have multiple microphone elements, and they can basically kind of use this different elements to kind of filter out noise except for one narrow direction. And
it's a Microsoft desk cam or something, so it's a combined microphone and camera. I'm not actually sure which bit of it is the microphone.
So if it's a Microsoft product, you just have to reboot your PC once in a while?
No, if it's a Microsoft hardware product, it means they've already completely dropped all support for it, and it's been abandoned.
Yeah.
It is true. The solution to everything is to reboot for Microsoft.
Yeah, can you imagine if Microsoft got into the car business?
Well, I mean, I keep reading about people with Teslas who have to reboot their car, essentially.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know a few people with Teslas, and they're very happy and never had any problem.
Yeah, where I live in Northern Virginia, like there are a lot of Teslas around here. In my little cul-de-sac, I think like more than half the cars are Teslas.
Yeah, same here.
The people are generally happy with them, but it is a computer with wheels, so it sometimes behaves like that.
Well, at least they made a very nice joystick back in the 90s.
Microsoft, yeah. The Force Feedback 2 was joystick perfection.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm using.
That's the one I'm using too, and I have another one that I bought, but it's just in storage in case this one ever breaks.
Actually, I've been considering doing that.
It's worth it. When you can find one on eBay or something, like, grab it, because sooner or later you'll need it.
Yeah.
I also have like 5 MS4000 keyboards, which I think was like the best keyboard ever made. Back in the day, Microsoft really used to know how to make products that if you touched it, it felt good.
I'm still using an old Microsoft ergonomic keyboard.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, MS4000. I love it. It's a really, really, really good keyboard. And I have, again, several of them. Every place I've worked, I bought one for work and then sort of kept it later.
Yeah.
And so I think I have 4 of them now or something. But again, like, hopefully that'll last until I need them. None of them have ever broken, but I like having spares around anyway.
Yeah, ours, our last one, the circuit board corroded on it.
Yeah, sooner or later they'll give out. All my keycaps are gone. Like the SD, the F, they're all completely worn solid black. But
well, ours is one of the older, just the plain white ones. But yeah,
I have a couple of those too. But those have the old, the white one that I have has a PS2 style DIN connector instead of USB. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever use that one again.
This is USB. I mean, it totally has an adapter. You can use PS. Most of those things have a PS2 adapter with them, but yeah, it's USB. Actually, No. I'm taking back. I'm going to reverse that. No, I'm sorry. It has a PS2 connection with an adapter to use USB with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I actually my computer is old enough that it still has your PS2 connection, so it's hooked up with PS2.
If you care about it, there is actually slightly lower latency with the PS2 connection instead of the USB. And I know that there are some people who claim to really care about that.
But my days of playing Twitch first-person shooters is far long gone.
What I really want actually is a mechanical keyboard with clicky keys, but the exact same layout as the Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. And I cannot find it. I'm just waiting for someone to make one. I built my own mechanical keyboard a couple of years ago, but I just couldn't get used to it. I really like my Microsoft keyboard.
I got carpal tunnel syndrome from the IBM keyboard.
I can't hear you, Rich.
Sorry, I got carpal tunnel syndrome from the IBM keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Before mouse.
Yep, I had the exact same thing happen in the mid-90s. Everything was still the old IBM keyboards with the buckle spring keys.
Yeah.
I loved the feel of those keys, but my wrists started hurting, so I switched to ergonomic, and we'll never go back.
I bought a Razer Black Widow Nero keyboard without the numpad, and it's probably the best keyboard I've ever had.
I love the feel of those, but I can't handle a straight keyboard. But I love that key click. Oh,
It's a clackety,
I think I plan on replace my keyboard when it dies with a ZX Spectrum keyboard. The original really bad one.
I think I'm making a mistake here.
Yeah, I stopped the clock.
Hey, Tim, good job.
Thank you.
I think this is going to be like a 3-hour task today for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it started, I thought it might take as long as 2 hours, and now that I'm approaching that, it is going to be well over that.
Yes, I still have 52 minutes ahead.
And I always, I fly lunch right after this flight, and it's usually a little bit late. Now it's going to be very late. Whatever, time well spent.
That's all.
Thank you.
Congrats, Conrad.
Congrats.
Congrats.
What next?
I feel like 3,000 is ground today.
And of course, that cloud starts to dissipate. This might be my downfall.
Eight out of 27 are left. We're in the top 10, dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only our TeamSpeak society left, almost.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We need to get Tango Sierra on.
Got to go.
Got to go.
Congrats.
Oh wow, that's like basically proof that if you want to do well in Tchin Tchin, you got to get on TeamSpeak, Danish channel.
Exactly. Thanks for the commercial.
Hi there, everyone on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe and join Discord. TeamSpeak.
TeamSpeak, yes. Ahoy, Kurt.
It's actually something here.
Yeah, I think you got some clouds above you, maybe.
Yeah, well, Kurt, you didn't miss anything in particular. Quite a difficult task. A lot of people didn't make it. We only 8 left.
Oh man, that
Good
last
job.
leg. Hovers, yep, see you back there.
You needed a lot of patience and luck to get this far.
Well, your last leg, at least the last half of it, will be what my first half of my first leg was.
Yeah, Mike, thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch and see you tomorrow.
Oh, there's Conrad.
Bruce?
Yeah.
It says DDH of 678. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, that's the center of the pole here. Or that would be probably the nearest part of it. But my DDH is 720 for the term here.
Is that for this turn point, or is it for...
Yep, for this one, yeah. But the finish, I've got 100 DDH for McCready 1.3. I've got 100 for turn point 3, which is actually a little bit higher than for finish.
So if you get a decent DVH to turn point 2, you've got the finish. Oh no, you can turn point 3. Okay.
I had the exact same confusion earlier.
Yeah. I don't know why he insists on doing those little kinks.
Yes.
Chris?
Congrats.
Bruce, if you can see where I am, I'm climbing in the blue, but I'm above the cloud bases around me.
Wow. You're 10 away.
Directly on the blue line, just short of the turn point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on while I'm still climbing, but I'm happy.
Climbing makes for happiness.
Okay, I think I finally hit the inversion or something. Weird that it was blue the whole way up, though.
So it wasn't waves?
No, I don't think so. It didn't feel wavy. It just felt like a cloud that didn't form until... I don't know. I've seen this actually happen a bit recently. Like weird clouds on the edges of other clouds, and you never quite end up getting into the cloud itself.
Sometimes you can
Or maybe it was wave, I don't know.
Sometimes you can get lucky staying above a forming cloud.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. I thought at some point maybe it was going to form all around me. But it was blue all the way up.
Yeah, I've had several today. I think there's just about the thermals are kind of stacked on themselves. When I was climbing up, I thought I was climbing up in the cloud that was already there, and then at some point new cloud formed, and I realized that no, I was climbing up in a new thermal that hadn't hit a cloud yet, and it had a much lower cloud base than the old cloud. So I flew over and then continued climbing on the old cloud, which was starting to die, but it got me up a bit higher. This one's right here is pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you guys have for a task average for thermals? 3-4.
Well, I'm on
2.7.
My four thermal average is 2.5.
1.8. You can see how competitive I am.
XC Sora, I have MC Auto set and it wants me to fly 2.5. I'm like, thank you. Thanks for the suggestion, but no.
Unfortunately, I didn't create a map for this transit. This PDA doesn't show all the what's there.
Yes. Congrats.
Congrats.
Now I'm going to take a risk and see if I can run and get a snack and get back before the autopilot gets too out of control.
What could go wrong?
Oh dear. I wasn't paying attention. This cloud I was flying in was the cloud base was so much higher than the ones we had to fly past.
I'm not quite sure where to go.
It's
Go down to that where that lake is.
yeah. Your best bet is to follow the valley because the
Yeah, there are two valleys.
yeah, that airspace sticks out of those hills up there. I mean,
Yeah, I was going to rely on camera map to give me a number, but it just didn't work. It just clocked out as soon as you got in. So I don't know if it doesn't work on school class. It's a bit like watching paint dry flying distance.
yeah, this is a way too long of a task for a school class. And
You just flying past the new cloud, you didn't get that one.
yeah, it's over here. Yeah,
I didn't notice it.
I'm not gonna stop. I just kind of flew through the lift a little bit.
Final leg will be a tailwind instead of a headwind, which is actually going to make a huge difference. It's like a 40 kph, 30 or 40 kph difference between the legs.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Rest him.
Tak. Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to go through the mountain valley there and hop over that ridge.
Well, I'm heading to the first ridge where there's gonna be clouds up on it, but I don't get too close to the mountain because the don't want to hit the airspace. But I guess I'll see what happens when I get around this corner. Or Congrats, team.
Congrats, team.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Nice.
Just above stalling speed.
Thank
you. Congrats.
Congrats.
Oh no, I was just about to join a thermal with TS and he disconnected.
Well, get my head handed to me here. Chasing thermals into the lead. Every time I've done that today, I've got my head handed to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're flying a dirigible downwind.
I think with so few pilots making the task, we're not even getting any speed points, so...
Oh, actually, in Condor, oh god, that's a good point. I mean, the XCs on Condor Club, only people who upload will count, but yeah.
So, my glider was a bad choice, I guess.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Condor Club, what?
Well, no, okay. If below a certain number of the people finish, you only get distance points. You don't get speed points.
Oh, right. A third of the field or something has to finish.
Yeah. But on Condor Club, well, it only knows who uploaded a task. So if all the people who crash or didn't line up don't even upload, it won't know that a whole bunch of people didn't even finish.
Oh, right.
So I'll get penalized due to my handicap, even though I was quite fast.
Let's face it, the entire universe of pilots who care about this task are on this channel right now, and we know that you won.
Good point.
Let's see. I think John is quite fast with the K6.
I mean, it's got like it's like 87 or something handicap, or 81, or it's 80 something.
It was very nice to fly the Astia, though. I flew it in my early days as a glider pilot.
Oh, very cool.
I wish they would do school class stuff more often, but just not like this.
No.
School class is very relatable because most people who have learn to fly in something like this.
Well, 3 clouds with no lift. This keeps up too long, I'm going to be totally screwed.
Were you at the turn point?
Well, yeah, I went right past it. I actually should have kissed it and then gone on my way, but...
Once again, if you can see the ridge that I'm above, get here, and it's popping off a bunch of climbs.
And I should have gone hit that turn point. What an idiot.
Yeah, I need to prepare my dinner. Sorry for leaving you guys, but I wish you all good luck and see you guys tomorrow.
Bye,
Well,
Tim. See you
cheers.
tomorrow.
It's fun flying with you as always.
Disconnected.